He grew up in a tiny house in Tandale, a low-income neighborhood in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. No luxury, no fame, no spotlight. Just a boy, his mother, and a dream bigger than the streets he once walked on. His name is Nasibu Abdul Juma Isaac, but the world knows him as Diamond Platinumz, one of Africa's most successful musicians and businessmen. His journey from struggle to stardom is nothing short of incredible. Diamond was born on October 2nd, 1989. His early life wasn't easy. Raised by a single mother, Sanura Kasim, Diamond grew up without many of comfort most people take for granted. His father left when he was still a child, and it was up to his mother and grandmother to raise him. They lived in a cramped two-room house, barely enough space for three of them. His mother worked tirelessly to keep the family afloat. And even when times were hard, she noticed something special about her son, a passion for music that never seemed to fade. As a child, Diamond would imitate musicians on the radio, singing into sticks and bottles and pretending they were microphones. At school, he'd perform for classmates, even though not everyone believed he'd go far. But his mother believed. She started selling clothes on the side to help fund his dream, quietly saving what she could so that one day her son might afford real-time studio. After high school, the road was rough. Diamond could not afford regular studio session, so he did everything he could, pumping fuel at petrol station, selling second-hand clothes, even working as a wedding photographer. Every shilling he earned, he put towards music. Then comes 2009. It happened. He released a song called Kamwambie. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't international, but it was raw and emotional, and it connected with people instantly. The song became a national hit, and just like that, Diamond was no longer a dreamer, he was a rising star. More hits followed, and not just in Tanzania. His 2013 release, Number One, featuring Davido, opened doors across Africa. Soon, Diamond was collaborating with artists like Neo, Koffi Olomide, Rick Ross, and Fally Ipupa. He blended Swahili lyrics with universal rhythms and created something that felt fresh, uniquely African but globally appealing. His music videos exploded on YouTube. Diamond became the first African artist to hit 1 billion total views on the platform, a milestone that earned him respect across the continent and beyond. But Diamond didn't stop with music. He built a brand. In 2010, he launched WCB Wasafi, his own record label. At first, it was just him, but within a few years, WCB had signed some of the biggest names in East African music: Rayvanny, Harmonize, Zuchu, Mbosso. The label didn't just produce hits, it reshaped the sound of modern bongo flavor. Then came Wasafi Media, a full-fledged media empire with its own radio and TV channels. Diamond also launched Zoom Extra, an events and distribution company that helped him dominate not just the charts, but the business of entertainment. By his early 30s, he wasn't just making music, he was creating an ecosystem, a one-man industry. And with success came the lifestyle. Diamond's cars collection includes a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a BMW X6, a Cadillac Escalade, and several custom Toyota Land Cruisers, some of them painted in Wasafi branding. His homes are just as impressive: a multi-million shillings mansion in Dar es Salaam, and another in Johannesburg, South Africa. His jewelry is custom, his fashion carefully curated. Every step, every photo, every headline is part of the image. The Diamond Platinumz brand. But like every public figure, Diamond has had his own share of controversy. He's faced criticism over public relationships, business disputes, and even censorship in Tanzania. Some former WCB artists left under tense conditions. At times, his lyrics and videos have been banned by local authorities. Yet, he always comes back stronger, with yet another hit, another business move, another headline that keeps people watching. Through it all, he's remained one of Africa's most consistent and talked about entertainers. And maybe that's the real story here. Diamond Platinumz isn't just a musician, he is a visionary. A kid from Tandale who proved that global success doesn't require leaving your language, your culture, or your people behind. He turned his talent into a business, his story into a brand, and his hustle into a legacy. At just 35, he's far from finished. Whatever comes next, brands, businesses, one thing is certain for sure: Africa will be watching. Thank you for listening to this story. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe and follow for more African celebrity biographies and success stories. Got someone you'd like us to feature next? Drop their name in the comments. Bye bye for now.